Join us on a healthy vegan road trip down the west coast of the South Island of Aotearoa, New Zealand. I'm on a mission to lose weight after menopause. Now, most people put on weight when they go on holiday, but we're going to be eating our normal low calorie density diet, so hopefully I can maintain or even lose some weight while we're away. Let's find out. We're all packed up, we're ready to go. We're taking mountains of food, everything, and almost including the kitchen sink, because when we're traveling, we don't want to leave our health and our health goals to chance. I'm Kath and this is Michael. We're both vegan and we eat a whole food plant-based diet. We're teachers in New Zealand, and so we get at least 1 week every term break as annual leave, and we love to travel. We're getting closer to retirement and we've got big plans to do some slow travel overseas once we do retire. In the meantime, we enjoy travelling around New Zealand, and this term break we're heading from Christchurch to the west coast. We're staying in Hokitika tonight before going on to Fox Glacier for a couple of days and then coming back home via Greymouth. When we travel, we always take lots of food with us because we don't like to stop off and buy food from cafes or restaurants because they would never have anything that would support our health needs as whole food plant-based vegans. So really good to be prepared. We've got a thermos, some water, got potatoes, a salad.
My carrot.
Okay, I'll grab a carrot for Michael, and I think I've also got some celery, got some fruit. That might be about all in this bag. We're just passing through Arthur's Pass and we found some friends. So we've just stopped to have some lunch, and normally we'd get out and have kind of like a picnic, but it's west coast and so that means it's raining. We've got our usual salad and some potatoes that have been keeping warm. I'm going to eat with some hummus. Well, we've made it to Hokitika and we're staying at Bella Vista in Hokitika, and it's a tiny, tiny room. I will show it to you and then I'll show you what I've got prepared, or I'm busy preparing for tea. So this is our teeny tiny room. That's as big as it gets. And look at my pokey, non-existent little kitchenette. There's not even a sink, but this is what we're doing for tea. I've brought along this cooktop that we use. So it's an electric cooktop that is able to be transported, and so I've chopped up some vegetables and I'm going to steam those. And then it must have been a few weeks ago now, I made a recipe. I think it was from Chelsea May, and this is her chicken soup recipe. But instead of a chicken soup, I have made it into like a chicken casserole, and we ate half of it and I froze half of it, and so now I just need to stick that into the microwave and then we will have our tea. And this is some of Sweet AJ's sweet potato mousse with caramelized apples, and it was also some leftovers that I've just brought with us, and we're just finishing that off. So really looking forward to that. So it's day 2 of our holidays and we've woken up in the motel in Hokitika, and Michael has been preparing breakfast for us, and he's done our usual breakfast of vegetables for breakfast. There we go, he's just putting some of the toppings on. We've got our pot liquor to drink as well, and again we've cooked it on our little hot plate that we've brought from home. So in our teeny tiny kitchen I have prepared some lunch. So we have got some green tea to sip as we leave Hokitika, and we've got some celery and carrot and hummus and apple for snacks, and then we've got our salads and potatoes with another flask of rooibos tea for lunch. Okay, we are on the road again. We're just heading out of Hokitika, and today we're going down to Fox Glacier. On the way we're going to stop off at Hokitika Gorge, and yesterday was a bit of a washout. It was heavy rain and heavy winds, and we really didn't get to do much. We had planned to go to the glowworm dell in Hokitika, but didn't make that. So we're really looking forward to being able to do a bit more today and seeing the sights. So we'll take you along for the ride. This is the Hokitika Gorge walkway, and it's supposed to take about 45 minutes. Beautiful native bush and a really nice walkway, really easy going. This area was once covered in ice in the form of vast moving glaciers which spread across most of the west coast and into the southern Alps down to the sea. And the glaciers were created during one of the ice ages when lots of heavy snow fell, and then the snow hardened into ice and became these massive glaciers. And it's the glaciers that have crafted the landscape that we're seeing today. The colour of the river has been created through a process where schist and greywacke rock have been ground down into this fine rock flour powder, and the rock flour has been combined with ice and minerals from ancient glaciers, and it's been continuously added to the river water, and the result is this gorgeous milky turquoise colour. Unfortunately, that swing bridge is closed. We're not going to get to go on it. So there's the swing bridge that we didn't get to go on, and beyond that is the rocky outcrop we were standing on, and the river flows down and goes out there somewhere. This is our view while we're having our lunch. Quite spectacular. And when we went to the supermarket in Hokitika before we went to the gorge, we bought these wraps, and oh my goodness, the salad tastes so much better in a wrap. So we've made it to Fox Glacier, and we're staying at Mount Cook View Motel, and the motel room is so much bigger than our room was yesterday, so we feel quite luxurious. There's our much bigger room. We even have a dining room table and a couch. And look at the size of my kitchen. So that's going to be a lot easier to make meals from here. And we're staying here for 2 nights. So this is what we're having for tea tonight. We've got some steamed broccoli and cauliflower with a mushroom gravy. And I chopped up some potatoes, and they're in the air fryer that we brought with us. And I also have some of Chef AJ's sweet potato burgers, and I made these in my last What I Eat Today video that I'll link to, and so I'm going to just stick those into the air fryer once the chips have finished cooking, and we're going to have some burgers with our meal. Okay, so this is some dessert, and this is something else that I pulled out the freezer and brought with us. It's kind of an oaty blueberry slice, and so I've put some in a bowl and put it in the microwave. I've chopped up some pineapple and also added some yogurt, and this is a cashew and coconut yogurt. morning. This is Lake Matheson. We've already had our breakfast, but it was just our usual vegetables for breakfast, and we've headed out first thing this morning to walk around Lake Matheson, and then we're going to go and have a look at the glacier from the best viewing point. So the strategies I'm using to ensure that this trip doesn't derail my weight loss efforts is, first of all, we are taking almost our whole kitchen with us. So you'll notice we've had the air fryer, we've got a hot plate with our steamers, and we've also got our big bowls that we eat our vegetables in, and our own knives, chopping board, that kind of thing, so that it's easy to prepare food no matter what the facilities are like wherever we're staying. Another method that we use, another strategy, is that I do a lot of batch cooking. So in the weekends when I make meals, I make more than we're going to be eating, and we normally eat 1 or 2 meals of it during the week, but then I'll freeze the rest. And so by the end of the school term, my freezer was full with lots of different pre-made meals that we've packed up in our chili bins and we've brought along. They're ready just to put in the microwave and defrost. Another method, another strategy that we use is that we don't eat out. So we prepare all our own food, and we tend to eat the same way that we eat at home. So we're still eating our vegetables for breakfast, we're still having our salads at lunchtime, and we're still having our vegetables and our starches at dinner time. So it's still that really low calorie density eating. That is the best available view of Fox Glacier. We're having a little fruit break, looking at the glacier. We've got the best view. Right, we're now on the Fox Glacier walk. So we're walking closer to the actual glacier, but apparently the view isn't as good as this morning. So we've already had lunch back at the motel, our usual salad and potato, so didn't think I needed to show you that. So this is about a 2-hour walk, I think, this afternoon. Okay, we are back from having a look at Fox Glacier, and I've made some tea. So I've got some steamed vegetables with some gravy. It's real nice to start with. And for our tea, I've just cooked up some rice with some Oh, I'm tired. I've cooked up some rice with some onion. And the onion will reduce the calorie density of the rice. And I've also got some other leftover stuff that I'll show you that I've cooked up with some mushrooms. So that's coming next. I'll show you that. So here is the main part of our meal. It's just some rice cooked up with some stock and onion and some silver beet. And then I brought this that I'd made last week, and that is from Dr. Greger's cookbook, his How Not to Diet cookbook, and it's the tempeh, I can't remember, made with tempeh, and we had it last week wrapped up in lettuce leaves, and Michael had the brilliant idea that it would be really nice cooked up with some mushrooms. So that's what we've done, and we didn't have any big mushrooms, so we've got these cute little guys, that hopefully will be delicious. Good morning. Welcome to day 4 of our road trip down the west coast. We've checked out of the motel. We had our vegetables for breakfast before we left, and I prepared some lunch and some snacks and things for on the road today. So it's just our usual bag with our salads, potatoes, fruit and that kind of thing, with a flask of some tea, and so we're all set for today. Right, we are on our way down to Greymouth today, and on the way we're going to stop off at Franz Josef Glacier. So we saw Fox Glacier yesterday, and today we're going to stop off and see Franz Josef Glacier. We're picnicking beside Lake Morporica. Is that right?
Yes.
Lake Morporica. And it's a beautiful view, and we've got some beautiful food. Leftovers from last night. Michael's salad, potatoes keeping warm, and some hummus. Oh, and some more vegetables. Here we are back in Hokitika, just passing through on the way to Greymouth, and what a difference in the weather. We're at our Airbnb in Greymouth, and it's a very small place again. I don't know if you can see that. Very small kitchen, but very nice. And so I'm busy cooking up some tea. So we've got some broccoli and cauliflower steaming away. We have some rice cooking, and I have also added in a bag of frozen riced cauliflower into that, and I'm going to put in some chopped up spinach as well. And cooking at the back there, I've got some vegan sausages, and so Michael really felt like those, so he's going to have a couple and I'm going to have one. And then we're going to add that to some chili beans, so that should be a delicious tea for tonight.
It's nice. It's probably a bit of I don't know, the hardwood.
We're just out doing a walk along the beach after tea, and it's just quite stunning, the ocean. Back on the road, heading back to Christchurch today. It's been raining overnight, so things are a bit wet, but we're hoping to be heading into good weather, so we'll find some nice walks on the way back. And we had our vegetables for breakfast, like normal. We've stopped off in Arthur's Pass and just done a short walk up a track to see this lovely little waterfall. We also did another walk up to see the Devil's Punch Bowl Falls, and this was a short track, but it was very steep, very hard walk. But the falls were very spectacular and well worth the effort. We've stopped off at Darfield at McHugh's Forest Park, and it should be quite a cool little park. Apparently there's all sorts of magical creatures, little fairy doors, so it should be a nice walk. So we're nearly at the end. of our healthy vegan road trip down the west coast of New Zealand. And whether or not I've lost weight, I've stuck to my healthy calorie dilute way of eating, so that's a win. And our food has been pretty much how we normally eat at home. And that might seem quite boring to some people, but keeping your food on the boring side helps to keep your brain calm and stable around food, and it reduces decision fatigue. And as Chef AJ says, variety is the kiss of death for a food addict. Plus, we love our food, our vegetables for breakfast, our salad for lunch, and so we've also focused on getting pleasure from our walks, the stunning scenery on the coast, and on our own great company. We only brought health promoting foods with us, so there was no temptation, because as Dr. Doug Lyle says, you have to work harder on your environment than you do yourself. So we've kept our food environment clean, and that's allowed us to stick to the plan. And I've been losing weight pretty consistently over the last month or so, and so whether my efforts will be enough to lose weight on this trip away, we'll just have to find out at my weigh-in tomorrow morning. Yes, so I have lost weight, and you can see that when I last weighed myself, the day that we left, I was 83 kgs, and now I'm down to 82.2 kgs, so I've lost 0.8 kgs. So that is a great result.